Hello, everybody. How are you? Great to be here on a Saturday. I know it's the weekend. Today is Saturday, April the 12th. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I decided to obviously do a Q&A today because yesterday we did a recap of the webinar from Thursday night with our CEO, Ash Mufarah. Very, very good. I had a quick chat actually yesterday with Ash on text, and he was very happy with how it went. So I'm extremely fired up at the moment, very pleased with what I heard, what I listened to, and I'm sure that today's Q&A will be a good one. So if you've got a question, stick it in the chat area. Please put question first so that I can find it, and we will do our very best to go over it. Quick disclaimer then, all information that I give is my opinion. It's what I think. Nothing has officially come from our CEO or corporate. So please be very respectful and mindful of my answers. I will do my very best to answer them openly and honestly. If I don't know, I will tell you that I don't know. But if I do know, I will give you my opinion on what the question is and the answer afterwards. So then, if you've got a question, stick it in the chat. I have got one that's come via email. Colonel Daniel Lee, there you go. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Very, very kind. Okay, so we'll start off with this one as well. Good question as well. It's from Bruce Moore, and it said, possible question for today. I have an account with some money in it. I did not ask for a withdrawal. The question is, does OnPassive have the money, or could it be part of the commissions being held in the other payment processor accounts? Good question, that is. My best judgment and knowledge answer to that is going off what our CEO said on Thursday. He said that a total of $52 million is held in two payment processor accounts, and near enough 30 million of that is for people's commissions. Now, he did say that that 30 million was to pay people's commissions. Whether that meant it is for people who have actioned a withdrawal or not, I don't know. But my best guess is yes, the total amount of all commissions that were in accounts, the money that was in the payment processors was part of that. It was also very good to know, wasn't it, that that money is only being held at the moment, and the correct process is being worked on to get those funds released. And I'm sure as soon as those funds are released from the payment processors and they come back into OnPassive's bank accounts, then the payments for the commissions that people have in their wallets will be paid out. That's the best I can do on that. Thank you so much anyway for that question. It's a good question. Anybody else got anything? Remember, put question first, and then once you put question, if you just write it in the chat area, that I can find it as well. So stick it in the chat. I'll scroll down. If I've missed it, just put it back in again, and then we can take it from there. Let's have a look then. Jane and I went for an 11-mile walk this morning, getting ready for this Alzheimer's walk that we're doing in the 9th of May. Here we go then. Question from Prashant, maybe. Ash said that there is a plan B. He certainly did. Will this go straight after SEK is closed, or there's no connection to it? It's a good question, that is. He did say that he wanted to clear things up before moving forward. Now, he did make a point to say that did not include the money side of things, but I'm sure that the SEC case certainly has got a bearing on moving forward with his next plan, the plan B that he said. Whether that is all connected or not, I'm not 100% sure. But he also did state, if you remember, that there was a reason for him doing the webinar when he did it on Thursday and subsequently doing more webinars moving forward. There is rhyme and reason behind all of this. And to me, that certainly does point towards things moving. And what that time scale is, we don't know. But there is certainly movement because he is now active in front of a screen for us, bring us information, and I'm sure that is done by design. I'm sure it's all part of the plan that he has for everyone. But a good question. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else got one? Just put it in the chat area and I will find it. Okay, question here from Alice. Hi Alice, how you doing? Will OCONNECT be the same with features or different? Going off what our CEO said, he certainly said that there is going to be a lot of upgrades. He mentioned this on Thursday. He also said there's no point in coming back being the same. It doesn't excite people. It doesn't help. So I'm 99 point as sure as I can anyway that there will be different features. There will be an upgrade to OCONNECT and to many of the other products that we see as well, the ones that we knew about or we might have known about. But will OCONNECT be the same? I don't think so. I think it will be better than what it was before. That's kind of my guess. We'll have to wait and see. Here we go. Question from Rose. Hi Rose, how you doing? Great to see you as always from South Africa. Brother Red, may you kindly unpack the part of those who paid for OCONNECT and those who have not paid? I didn't get it clearly. Okay, nor did I, is the answer to that. I misread, I suppose, or misheard what he was saying about the $97. I did get clarification for this, and basically he was talking about how the $97 from the founder's position had been put into the O wallets to pay towards OCONNECT. Okay, so it has no bearing whatsoever moving forward. If you've used that already to purchase OCONNECT, okay, then that $97 has been spent. If you haven't purchased OCONNECT already, you still have that $97 in your O wallet, okay, and you'll be able to use it towards whatever you want in the future. What he did say, though, Rose, and I'm sure that he will come up with something for this, is a grandfather right type of thing moving forward to the old founders and those early birds so that we can have some sort of loyalty bonus or whatever you want to call it towards the next part of the relaunch of this business. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. But as far as the $97 is concerned, he was talking about the 97 that had been put back into the accounts from the founder's position that went towards you using it to purchase OCONNECT. I hope that has cleared that up. Hang on a second. Don't want that. Move that away. Okay, let's have a look. Thank you for the question, though. Anne Long said she emailed me my question. Okay, let me look for it, Anne. Let's have a look. see if I can find it. Can't see it. And just put in the chat when you sent it, and I'll look for the date for it if you would do. So a look then. Question here from Patricia Green. Hi, how you doing? Will the money still in our accounts be able to use it for future purchases? That's a very good question. Is that money that is in our wallets still going to be able to use for purchases? The honest answer to that is I don't know. Okay. My gut feeling is that if you have a credit in your wallet, then this will be transferable. That's only my gut feeling. We'll have to obviously wait and see to see if that is the case. But my honest answer is to that is I don't know. Okay. I'll do some little digging to see if I can find out a little bit more about that, Patricia. But a good question. Thank you for bringing that up. Brotherman's got a question here. Please, Red, do you think the fact that Ash seems not to put pressure on the workers to meet timelines is okay? Workers can take a year to build what can be done in a month if not pressured. I think as far as IT is concerned, I think that there is also always going to be a scenario where they know more than the other person knows. I'm sure that these people who are hired to develop and build the products and services are very, very capable. He also did say that they are taking less time now than the old tech team did. They are way surpassing what was before and actually getting ahead of what they are now. And I think reading between the lines of what he was talking about on Thursday, I think that the mutual agreement that they have between each other works very well. I think sometimes if you lean on people as far as pressure is concerned, I don't think that necessarily has the right outcome as far as timelines is concerned. I think he did in the past when things weren't being met in Hyderabad and in Dubai. I did think that he was leaning on people then, but the bottom line is that they just weren't coming up with the goods that he was prepared to sign off. You need to understand that he is very particular about what he is going to accept, and he's certainly not going to accept something that, in his opinion, isn't good enough. Just because it's serviceable doesn't mean to say that he is going to put his name and his stamp on it. So I think what has happened and what he's talked about when he says 2024 is the best year that has happened in the business, I think having a completely new, fresh tech team is part of one of those best things that's happened in 2024, because without what had happened, then the old tech team might still be here and we might still have a lot of the problems that he was facing prior to everything going south. So I don't really think that that has a bearing on the production and the timeline of the products. I can't see that being a problem moving forward. I hope that's helped to answer that for you. Good question, though. Okay, this is Angie Lynn is saying here, it baffles my mind how the payment processor company can just keep from Ash the money that was paid for OCONNECT. Plainly and simply, he actually said this on Thursday. It was flagged as fraud. Payment processors, wherever they are across the globe, have a duty to flag something if they think it's related to money laundering. And there is the right process has to then be put into place to prove what that money's for, where it's going, and that there is not just money laundering. And when you're talking about the sums that he spoke about, $52 million, that's a lot of money. And if it was just washed through a payment processor and came out clean the other side, that's big business for somebody, isn't it? So the processors, payment processors, have to be as careful as any other company do, and they have guidelines that they have to work towards. And in all honesty, the sheer volume of money that was going through the payment processors at the time uh, threw up a huge amount of red flags, and a stop was put on that money. This is why they are now in discussions with legal people, with governmental departments, and of course, the SEC will be helping a hand in this as well. But it's a good question. I know a lot of people can't understand why they can't just release it, because it has to be proved that it is legitimate money for legitimate reasons, and that is why it is on hold. But I was very, very happy to learn that that money is just that, it is on hold. So I am very, very pleased to hear that, that's for sure. So have a look then. Remember, if you've got a question, put question first, guys, so I can pick it up in the chat area. I'll answer this just because I'm probably going to get a few of them. When is the company fully launching? Please reply to me. The answer to that is there's only one person knows when that is going to be, and it's not me. I can only go on what is being told to us, and no timelines have been given as yet. The only timeline that was given on Thursday was that our CEO is confident that by June he will be able to come back to us and let us know the outcome or the direction of the SEC case. That was the only timeline that was given. As far as when we're going to move into the next phase of this business, I don't know. There's only our CEO, Ashmi Farah, who can answer that. I'll answer this one for Birgit. Hi, how you doing? Are they working on products for us at the moment? Yes, they are. Is the answer. That's what they have been working on in the background. Which products they are? I'd imagine they are revamping, upgrading, changing a lot of what we saw and knew about before, and using that time to make them better and to upgrade them all. I think that's certainly something that they've been working on in the background. Absolutely. Brotherman, again, question. I don't think Ash should bring back those that tried to destroy the business. What's your opinion? Evil people should be avoided and kept away. I don't think he will be bringing back the people that have caused him the most harm. That's for sure. I don't think that is in part of his thought process. But he did make mention to people who might have had accounts frozen or maybe had been negative towards OnPassive in one way, shape or form. He did say that maybe these people might be given a second chance. And I think that's what he was referring to, rather than the evil people that have caused him harm along the way. I don't think they will have a chance to be going that. Okay, this is a good question. We are called founders of OnPassive. What will be called of the new company? He did make mention, didn't he, to the founders position and founders, if you remember on Thursday. He actually said that that's done and dusted now. So my opinion is we will be users and affiliates. Okay, that's what I think we will be with the new company. I don't think that the founder's position will be there at all in the new company. I don't think there's any need for it, in all honesty. Do I feel that those who have been founders or the early birds of OnPassive will have some kind of grandfather rights within the new company? Yeah, I do. I think that might be there in some way, shape, or form, but I think it will just be affiliates and users within the new company whenever that happens. But a good question. Just scrolling through some more. She sent, okay, Anne said she sent it a couple of hours ago this morning. Let's have a look then. It might be in the junk. I have actually got whilst I'm looking for it, and another question in my email here, and that's from Robert Dunlop. Hi, Red. I reset my OES pass OnPassive email, and I didn't get the email back. Please address this question in your webinar and live. That's probably because the recovery or reset password isn't working correctly at the moment. Obviously, a lot of people are going to have to wait for the new one to reset any passwords. Let's just have a look, Anne, for if it went into. Oh, there you go. It's in junk, Anne. There you go. This is Anne Long's question then. We were encouraged to purchase multiple founders positions because of the importance of date stamp and all the perks that were promised to early founders over and above the perks of being a founder at any time of joining. I followed that advice and bought multiple positions. Yeah, same as me. I've bought many as well. Many in my organization. Also, I spent a lot of money activating these positions. I activated all of mine as well, Anne. And not to purchase multiple OCONNECTs as well. Please enlighten us on what you think the future holds for early founders in respect to these concerns, which obviously must concern many members. Good question. Okay. How do I think? I think there's going to be, for those that have activated those accounts by purchasing OCONNECT in the old one, I really do believe that there's going to be something for us moving forward. What that's going to be moving forward, how it's going to work out, I don't know. But I certainly believe that those that had activated those accounts, there will be something for us. How it works out, I don't know. Is the old date and timestamp still going to be relevant moving forward? If you want my honest opinion, and it is my opinion, I don't think it will have any relevance whatsoever. I don't think me being there in August of 2018 will make my position of August 2018 any better than somebody else. I think things are going to change. It was the first thing that he came out. He says change is necessary and required, if you remember. And I believe that the change is going to change an awful lot. Does it mean that those who are early on, aren't going to be as successful? No, I don't think it'll have any bearing whatsoever. I think still having multiple accounts will help, because every single account is going to be a stream of income. We will have to wait and see, obviously, but I still believe that there will be something there for us, whether it's a grandfather right or whether it's a discount or whatever it may be for those early bird founders. I still think that will be in the offing on the next phase of this company. Question here from John. Hi, John. Do we know anything about the new dream team and where they are operating from? No, is the answer to that. And as I said on Thursday, I don't think we need to know, in all honesty. It's a bit like asking Cisco. We've heard of that, haven't we? Uh, what's the names of the people who work in the tech department for Cisco? Nobody knows, and it doesn't make any difference to the products and services of what they produce. People don't know the names of the tech team of Apple or Microsoft. It doesn't make any difference. I think obviously through freedom of information that you'll be able to find out the likes of the COO and the CFO and the finance director and stuff like that, because that will be public knowledge. But I certainly don't think that anybody will be, or a CEO will certainly not put forward names of people who are doing certain jobs. I don't think that's going to be necessary. And I would imagine that the behind the scenes workings of the new company will actually be kept very private, because it will enable him to be able to move, change whenever he wants, without the rest of us worrying about who it is and what it is and why have they's and all the rest of it. For us as users and affiliates of the company, the main importance is that things work correctly. We have very good products, the best that you can possibly find in the market. They're at the right price tag, and that will enable us to be able to run our businesses within the new company ecosystem and all the rest of it. That should be our focus, not on who's in what, you know, what tech guy's doing this and who the CEO is or CFO or any other things like that. That's immaterial, I believe. But good question. Thank you so much. We'll do two more for this one, and then obviously we will come back round again. Hi, John. How are you, John Berea? Okay, this is a question here for Agun Imed. Hi, Red. What did he mean when he said there wouldn't be OnPassive 2.0? That was referring to rumors, basically. If you remember, he said nobody knows what the next phase of the business is going to be. He didn't mention any names, but what he did say, he said it's not going to be called. What did he say, Jane? He said that it's not going to be called OnPassive 2.0 or On Fusion or anything like that. Nobody knows what it is. So he was trying to dispel and quell any of the rumors, and that's what he meant by it wouldn't be OnPassive 2.0 because nobody knows what it's going to be, and in fact what name it's going to be if it does change. Remember, he hasn't actually said if it's going to change or not. It might still be called OnPassive. We don't know. One thing's for sure is whatever is coming is going to be better than it was before. He made several references to this, that there's no point in coming back out and it being the same. He says it's going to be more dynamic, it's going to be better, and it's going to really shock a lot of people. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Okay, Ashraf Fuzzaman has said zero team founders who buy OCONNECT. Will he need again to buy OCONNECT by his own money? If you remember, Ash actually made reference to him not asking anybody for any money. He didn't say that we've got to purchase anything. He didn't say we've got to buy anything or anything like that. Are we going to have to purchase things moving forward? Yeah, we will. Will we have to repurchase OCONNECT? I have no idea. Again, this is for our CEO to decide and to make his choice. I don't know what it's going to be. But like I said, I'm sure there's going to be something for those that have purchased OCONNECT already, as opposed to those that haven't. What that is and what it might be, again, I don't know. So I don't think we need to start worrying about Do we have to pay for something in the future and all the rest of it? These are things that we will find out for sure. I think the best thing at the moment is to concentrate on receiving the information from our CEO and to try and divulge it and understand it rather than keep on going ahead of what we know. It's not going to help. And if we do have to purchase things again, then again you make those choices when you find that has to be done. But no one's mentioned anything about money. No one's mentioned anything about having to purchase anything. So it's certainly something that I'm not worrying about at the moment, that's for sure. Here you go. What will be the agenda for the next meeting, i.e. Thursday? Good question. If you remember, at the end of Thursday's meeting, he said that the next meeting we will talk about some of what we heard on Thursday and we will expand on some of those topics. I believe that that's kind of what we might be doing on Thursday, maybe taking a couple of those topics and moving forward with them. He also did ask the panel of what they'd like to hear on Thursday. I stuck my hand up and I mentioned roadmap of how we're going to progress forward. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But I think we'll personally be going over and expanding on some of the points that were brought up by a CEO on Thursday as well. Okay, we're going to do this one certainly, and maybe one more from the lovely Pat Parent. How are you, Pat? I hope you're feeling a lot better. Jane says hello, by the way. Question, Red. Will you, Jane, walk or run over the finish line on the married hand in hands? There's four of us doing it, Pat. It's a good question, but yeah, I'll probably give her a piggyback across it. I know the answer to that is, and all four of us will go over the finish line at the same time. That's for sure. It's not a race. We're doing it for obviously for Alzheimer's, for Jane's mum, etc. And that's what we've been raising money for over the last couple of months. We're going to have the last push for it just before we do it on the 9th of May. But it really was about that. It really was, as far as over the finish line is concerned, that's what we'll be doing. No, we'll do it all together. Adamela, I've answered yours about the 97. Colonel Daniel Lee, question, after so many years of the FT lines, do you feel safe and secure in your company involvement over the years? Yeah, absolutely, I certainly do. I feel very, very comfortable here. How can I not be? I've always had the belief in our CEO. I've always had been certainly aligned and in tune with his vision of what he's trying to achieve with the business. And I am very proud to stick my head above the turret and be a face, I suppose, of and a vocal advocate of this business. I'm still very much of that tune and that mind. So yes, I'm very, very happy that I am here. That's for sure. Okay. Okay, Martin, how do I or anyone else get to be on the panel in the future? Good question. I would imagine by sending either Marty or Chris an email requesting that you would like to be on the panel would be the first step. Okay, so that's what I would personally do, Martin. If that's what you want to do, that's what I would do. Okay, thank you, John, for being in control of the chat. Jerry Nix, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're feeling a lot better. We'll do one more. Murad just said, any tentative dates? Nope, no idea. All I can say is that it's no accident that we saw our CEO on Thursday. He's a very tactical man, and everything is done for a reason. And I'm sure that seeing him now and more regularly in the future is because things are starting to cook in the background. So I'm pretty sure we will find out from our CEO as well. Just keep tuning in, guys, and that's all I can say. Adamola asking the same question time and time again after I've answered it isn't going to help. I will answer this one, though, from Murajesh. The new company would be the same concept of OnPassive is. Here's what my thought process is. I think we're going to have an ecosystem, and I think it's going to be a single sign-on with verified people within it. I think you will have to do a KYC to be part of it. Is there going to be digital products and services? Absolutely, there will be. Is there going to be other products and services? Quite likely. So is it going to be the same as OnPassive? My answer to that is I think there's going to be a certain element to it that has got OnPassive feel to it, or what we're used to, but I think more so it will be completely different to OnPassive. Why? Because he actually made reference to this. He said the next phase of OnPassive, the only similarity to it is going to be him and his name. So if you take that on board, that means it is going to be completely different. But I do believe that there's still going to be an ecosystem where people go into. I still believe there's going to be digital products and services, and how that all marries in and how the new business all works, I've got no idea. But a good question. John Brewer said, I think we should be called Early Bird Affiliates. Yeah, why not? It's a good name, that is. I'll do one more and then we'll call it a day for this one. And again, if there is a webinar on Thursday next week, which quite possibly is, I'll do the recap on Friday, and then we'll have Q&A next Saturday as well. This is the last one then. Girish, do you think Ash is trying to help founders to earn money with the new company? Absolutely, he is. Isn't that the whole idea? The whole idea is so that he can build something that is going to make a huge difference to not only all of us, but the whole world. And part of that is to earn money. So whatever is coming our way, however it is designed, he is going to do his very, very best to produce something that is going to help us to reach our financial goals and dreams. So absolutely, yes, he's going to be doing everything in his power for us all to earn money with the new system or new company, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it for today.